You were the smart kid. Everyone said you were going to go far. So why do you feel like you've gone absolutely nowhere? You used to be ahead of the curve. Remember that? Straight A's, adult compliments, teachers using your work as the class example. Now you're sitting in your room, endlessly scrolling, wondering why you're stuck in a life that feels nothing like the one you were promised. It's not just you. There's a reason so many gifted kids grow up to feel anxious, unmotivated, disconnected, and completely lost. Let's talk about it. Because what nobody told you is that being the smart kid isn't just a compliment, it's an identity. And when your whole personality is built around being the one who just gets it, you end up trapped. You're not stuck because you failed. You're stuck because the system rewarded you for never needing help. And now, asking for help feels like weakness. But here's the kicker. The things that made you shine as a kid, they're the same things that are quietly wrecking your adult life. Let's go back for a second. When you're a kid, your identity is simple. You like dinosaurs, you hate broccoli, you're the fast one, the shy one, or in your case, the smart one. At first, it feels incredible. Praise from teachers, recognition from adults, effortless attention, because you pick things up faster than everyone else. But here's where it gets dangerous. You weren't praised for trying hard. You were praised for succeeding without trying. You were rewarded for making things look easy. And so, you started believing, if I'm smart, things should be easy. And that belief, that single idea, it ruins everything. Because the second something gets hard, your brain doesn't go, well, this is a normal challenge. It goes, this must mean I'm not smart. So you start avoiding struggle, avoiding anything that might prove you're not the genius people said you were. You stop raising your hand unless you're 100% sure you're right. You don't try new things unless you know you'll be good at them. You pick safe paths because failure isn't an option. Not for someone like you. Slowly, without realizing it, your life gets smaller. Less risk, less growth, less you. And then one day, you wake up. You're technically fine. You've got a degree, maybe even a decent job, but you feel hollow, like you're just going through the motions, like life is happening to other people and you're just watching it on a screen. What happened? You built your whole identity on something that no longer helps you grow. You're not allowed to fail, not allowed to look stupid, not allowed to be human. You've got this invisible pressure to always have it together. But inside, you're exhausted. And that exhaustion, it gets lonely. Because while everyone else was bonding over struggles, team projects, awkward mistakes, you were hiding, protecting your image. You missed the moments that create real connection. You traded fitting in for standing out. But standing out is cold when you're all alone. So what do? You try to understand people instead of connecting with them. You analyze emotions instead of feeling them. You start treating relationships like puzzles instead of people. And the worst part, you get really good at faking it. You smile, you nod. You can hold a conversation, but inside, it's just noise. You don't feel seen. And no matter how much you achieve, it never feels like enough. This isn't about failure. This isn't about intelligence. This is about a survival strategy that stopped working. You thought your value came from being exceptional. But real value doesn't come from being above others. It comes from showing up with others. The fix? Let go of being the smart one. That identity served you once. Now, it's holding you hostage. It's time to stop protecting your pride and start building something new. Build your identity around being someone who grows, someone who tries, someone who's okay with not knowing the answer on the first try. Yes, it'll be awkward. Yes, it'll feel like a step backward. But it's the first real step forward. Because being smart isn't the goal. Being human is. And humans? We're allowed to fail. We're allowed to struggle. We're allowed to be uncertain, messy, and completely lost. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room to belong in it. You just need to be someone who shows up. Even when it's hard. Even when you're scared. Even when you feel like you're not enough. Because the truth is, you are. And the moment you stop hiding behind perfection is the moment you start actually living. Subscribe if you're ready to let go of being impressive and start being real.